Okay, here on the Rich Van Tassel channel, giving you the recap of Game 4 between the San Antonio Spurs and the Memphis Grizzlies. San Antonio sweeping the series with a win of 116-95. Was watching some of this game going back and forth. Really not very competitive as you would expect. Memphis hung around. Give Memphis a lot of credit. They never, hung their heads. They never quit. They were only down by 2 points at halftime. It was really a big run in the third quarter where San Antonio put this game away. They won that quarter by 16. It was at one point like 11-2 run, and then I didn't see what it was after that. But San Antonio extended the lead there and really put it away. Looking at the Spurs, they were making a note on it on television. You can see it here. Kawhi Leonard had the most minutes with 28. So they kept everybody down. Only Aldridge and Leonard, I believe they said, played more than 30 minutes, and that was in Game 3. Tim Duncan only 19 points. Tony Parker had 16 points. Between Leonard and Aldridge, it was 21 and 15, respectively, on 12 of 21 shooting. Very good. The bench, very balanced, but of course you had some, garbage time in there. Everyone got roles. Even Andre Miller got in the act. David West really paced them on the bench with 11 points, 4 rebounds. He's the leading bench scorer. For the Grizzlies, Zach Randolph, 15.7 rebounds. Give him credit. A lot of his work comes from having having Marc Gasol take the pressure off him. So he really had it a rough way this entire series going up against Duncan and LaMarcus Aldridge, so he hung in there. Vince Carter, 14 points, 4 of 7 shooting. They had said he's coming back for another season. I would sure hope so. We've looked at guys like Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett, two of my favorites, obviously, as a Celtic fan, but they have really tailed off. Vince Carter's been playing very professionally, very well. He still gives a very valuable contribution to teams. He can certainly still score off the bench, and when he's not forced to log as many minutes as he did with all the injuries this year, he'll be a very key player. Lance Stevenson, 26 off the bench, but not really that important. Now, what do you make of this series? Obviously, the rest is important for San Antonio. They were never really exerted. You got to give Memphis credit for not ever dogging it, not ever, tanking it. So they at least gave San Antonio a good enough series where San Antonio had to be sharp, and I think it'll help them. Like they were saying, I believe it was Mike Tirico, this really couldn't have been any better of a series for the San Antonio Spurs, and we'll see how they move on. They'll be waiting for Oklahoma City. Let's see if Oklahoma City can wrap that series up pretty soon. So we got Houston and Golden State, then of course Atlanta, Boston, and Cleveland and Detroit. Remember, we appreciate all subscriptions. We'll be giving you recaps of those games as they come. And let's keep it going. This should be an exciting day with some good games today. So we'll see you later, and be sure to stay tuned. Thank you so much.